Hi and welcome. So today I'm gonna record for you guys the 13th day of the Advent of Cyber. I know that I'm a bit late, not uploading it yesterday my time because today is the 14th for me. However, I would like to say that I had a lot of things to do yesterday and I just didn't have the time. So I started on the video, I recorded as much as I could, and then things just had to catch up with me, and I left it. And then our power we got like a power out in the morning, so my computer turned off and all my stuff got lost. So today is another one of those days where I'm gonna have to show you the results before I'm finding them, and I apologize for that. There's nothing to do about it. I'm not really that keen to reset all of my progress because it's a lot of progress to go through again. So basically what this is about, it's a Windows machine. I already booted it up. I'm gonna try to exit full screen because it is basically show split view. That's not the correct one. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. I opened a new window, and as you see, I fixed my screen resolution to HD size now, so it's even more beautiful. So this machine is about a Windows machine, and on the Windows machine, Max Giddy has realized that she worked on a rough draft of disaster recovery plan, but locked down the permissions on the file to ensure that it was safe. However, the Grinch accessed the local administrator and reduced the permissions of her account. Can you elevate her privileges and get the file back? So the learning objective for this room is privilege escalation in Windows, and there are different techniques to achieve a higher privilege on a Windows server. It is also possible for you to remote desktop into the machine, which is the username and password there. I'm just using the browser version, which is fine. And basically you should read all of these things if you want to learn more about privilege escalation on or to a Windows server, Windows machine. So basically we do have access to the machine. This is the actual task. We have access to the machine, but we need higher privileges to get access to some files and stuff. So basically what this is all about is for us to get a higher privilege, and this is a guide. All of the things you see from this part here and all the way down to this part here is actually the notes for us to follow to complete the room. So basically as I told you, I already started doing the things. So I got to the part of this third last answer, and then I had to run away, and got a power shortage, and that's not good. Anyways, we're gonna find the answers again. So basically what we're gonna do is go to the machine, boot up a command prompt, which is CMD. You're gonna type on the machine, get the command prompt, and let me just see if I can get the font size a bit larger. 24 should be sufficient from my experience. So what you can write is write net users is a command to list all the users on the machine, and I chose to answer Pepper as my first choice, which is the username P whatever P, and there's only two usernames starting with P, is Pepper and Rudolph. So basically that was how I found that answer. Getting the OS version is somewhat the same. You run the commands of what is typed up here. I basically just wrote system info and scrolled up again because I didn't really want to type all that. And when you write system info on the screen, basically just gonna wait a bit, and then you scroll all the way up, and there we go. This is the OS build version and the answer that we need to complete the second question. Alright, so let's find the third question, which is gonna be what is the backup name? Well, basically, it was a long run for me, so I had to scroll through a lot of stuff. You can just write wmix service list, and you're gonna go here and say wmix service list, and just enter that, and you get a lot of beautiful output from the Windows machine here. I'm just gonna try and make it a list. You see, it is really beautiful, and I'm really happy not working with Windows. So when you scroll enough, at some point you're gonna hit the backup word, and you will find the answer. Period backup, something like that, and it is just a long scroll. I'm not gonna do it. It was a lot of pain of agony, so no. What is the path of the executable file? It is within where you find the answer for Iperius SCV. It is within that, and then you just copy paste the actual path for where the executable is located. And now we come to the part where we're gonna run the whoami command, and I haven't done that because I never got a shell on the box. So what we're gonna do, I know we're gonna start netcat and just do it for 5.5, and now netcat is listening on my server for any incoming connections. So what we're gonna do is create a small thing called a reverse shell. A reverse shell, in this occasion, you can also just call it you are connecting from the Windows machine, calling my Linux machine, saying, "Oh, I want to connect with you." That is basically what you're gonna do. And you call that reverse shell or reverse connection. Who cares? Anyways, what you're gonna do is typing these commands here, and if I'm not mistaken, copy pasting from the browser to another browser tab is really difficult. So what I'm gonna do is right click on the desktop, create a text file. I'm gonna call it I don't know. I'm gonna call it shell.text, and I think we need to. Yeah, it seems. Let me just see if I can see the extension. This is very small, and I apologize for that. If I delete this, it's still a text file. Yes. So Windows got this irritating thing called file extensions, if I'm not mistaken. Show or hide file extensions, where I need to go in and say hide file extension for known file types. Gonna remove the marker, apply, OK, and then you can see this is actually a text file. It's very irritating. Yeah, I cannot copy paste anything. While I copy paste, I even open browsers and stuff. It is beautiful, and I think I have the same issue as yesterday. Creating the @ sign. So what I did was just basically, if you have the same issue, there's a program on Windows called Keyboard. It's called on-screen typing, and basically the signs you're gonna need, because I don't know, it's just the @ sign. You also need the backslash. I'm just gonna put them in and say, so it's echo of the first one and a C colon something. I think it's users slash backslash. It is Max Skitty. Actually, I think what we could do, they tell us that in the downloads folder there's a NC program which is netcat, and netcat is just a program where you can create network connections. So what I'm gonna do, when I'm gonna open a folder and go to downloads, and this netcat program is here, I'm gonna right click it, properties, and voila, we have the full path there. I'm gonna copy that and basically just put that in. Ugh. We have the same issue one more time. No. I know this should work because I did it yesterday. So let's just try one more time, because sometimes success is happening when you copy paste using the tools inside of the pop-up windows. And I'm gonna come on, right click, path. Yeah, we go. So copy pasting is something, again, it's alive. So inside this folder called downloads, let me just copy the backslash because this is a problem occasionally sometimes. And the attacker IP, I think my IP is 10.11.0.201. We're gonna go for the port of 5555, 5555, and -E. We're gonna start a command prompt. And I'm gonna save this file on the desktop as shell.txt, and I'm just gonna verify that my IP address is correct. So my phone rang. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna check my IP address, and it's gonna be sudo ifconfig, and my IP address for this machine is 10.11.0.201, which is my OpenVPN given IP, 10.11.0.201, and 10.11.0.201 is the IP address also mentioned in the file. The port number is correct. I'm gonna start the command prompt, -E command. So now we need to do something. Yes, save. Did it save it? Oh, Jesus Christ, good. Did I also write off correct? I did. So now we're gonna rename this to a bat file. Just basically press the name and write bat. And yes, and now you see the icon should change. You know, you could probably run it right now, and if you did that, I would probably get a well, I would get a shell on my Linux Kali machine, but it would be on the user that was mentioned in the top here, Max Kitty. And we didn't want that. We wanted some admin privileges. We want to privilege escalate. So how could we do this? So basically it tells us that we need to create a new job in the Hyperius system, the backup system we discovered. So I'm gonna go and boot this up, Hyperius backup, and it's, of course, there it is. And there's a task here, create a new backup job, which is the one that I'm gonna pick. And then we need to basically choose a folder where we are, I think, let me just see, you need to pick a item, a destination, and schedule options, email, doesn't matter, other processes should be the file we are going to load. Now this of course is something if you just watch my video and you think, how do I know all these answers? Well, it's just something that, of course, by experience you learn that, okay, so backup, you need a source and destination, you also need to execute something. But I didn't know this program before I created this video, so what I did was just look through the items, and since this is the second time I kind of got this far before I had stuff I had to do, so I'm gonna basically on the item click on the add folder, a path, and you know, just any path basically. It's gonna be documents, yes, and okay, and then I'm gonna go to destination and say okay, just any path again, just not the same because that will not work. And then pictures, and then we're gonna go to other processes and pick our run the program open external blah blah blah, select this file and select the bat shell file we just created, this shell bat file, sorry, and open that, and then that should be okay. Specify a name, and just the name could be anything like give us the admin rights right then. All right. And now we have a job here, and you can right click this and you can see that you can either run the backup or you can run the backup as the Grinch hack, the Grinch. So basically, if we run this as the Grinch, we're gonna run with the administrator privileges. If we just run the backup, we're gonna run it as Max Skitty. And of course we need to run it as the Grinch. So I'm gonna press this and press yes. And now it tells me that I don't know if it tells me anything. Yes, it is. Telling you that it start less than a minute. So if I'm not mistaken, we could go back to the terminal on my Linux box and just wait a few moments, and then I should get a shell in the box with the admin privileges turned on, and then I should be able to continue the room for you guys and find all the answers we need. So while we wait, and we don't need to wait anymore, we got the shell. I'm gonna write who am I, and we are the Grinch. Alright then, so I'm gonna right click this and copy selection, because if I'm not mistaken, the third last question is running who am I command. What user are you? I'm gonna paste that in, submit it, and boom, now we're admin on the Windows machine. What is the content of the flag file? So we need to find the flag file, and personally I don't like looking for stuff, so no, not ls here. One back. Just looking for stuff that looks interesting. So could it be users? Could it be the Grinch? Where would we have these things? Desktop. WinPiece, interesting. Could it be downloads? It could not be downloads. Maybe not there at all. Administrator and desktop. No. Downloads. No. Alright, I'm gonna pause the video and just find the location, because this is just a lot of looking through things. Alright then, so I went back to the Grinch and accessed the documents folder, and there we have it. I'm gonna type, that was a cat, my cat in the background, you can hear it. I'm gonna type flag.txt, and when you're typing type, it basically means that we are outputting the content of the file, the same as cat in Linux. I'm gonna paste in the answer, and this is the correct flag. The Grinch forgot to delete a file where he kept notes about his schedule. Where can you find him at 5:30? So basically we're gonna find a note, and there's a file called schedule right there, so just type that, and 5:30 is gonna be the Jazzer cheese, and put that in here, and I guess we're done. Yes, we are. So for this room, we basically privilege escalated on a Windows machine. We did it by using the backup service, and because on a machine, Windows machine or Linux machine, when you are running a process and that process starts another program, think about it this way: the process will start that program with the same privileges as the program have. So if the program is running as administrator, it's gonna start the program as administrator. That's how we got administrator privileges. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you do so, also please like the video if you wish to do that, of course, and leave a comment below if you have any questions, and I'm gonna return back to you. Until next time, bye bye.